cafeteria's fluorescent lights flickered like a bad omen, and I froze as Jessica's voice sliced through the chatter. Nice sweater, thrift shop princess. Laughter erupted, sharp and cruel, pinning me in place as I clutched my tray, my worn sneakers squeaking on the linoleum. I was 16, invisible, and desperate to vanish entirely. I didn't know that morning would be the day my world flipped upside down, the day I'd stop swallowing my anger, stop hiding who I was. There's a pain in being the girl nobody sees, but there's a fire in it too, one I hadn't learned to wield. Yet, I'd grown up on the edges, raised by my grandma's fierce love and empty pockets. My mom was a memory I couldn't grasp, my dad a shadow who left us chasing dreams I never understood. My clothes were secondhand, my confidence threadbare. But I had one thing: Grandma's voice in my head, whispering, "You're enough." So when Jessica and her crew sneered at my faded jeans, their words weren't just insults. They were a match, sparking something dangerous inside me. I didn't fight back. Not then. But someone was watching that day. Someone who knew a truth. I'd been denied my whole life. I wasn't just the girl they mocked. I was tied to a world of power and secrets, a legacy buried so deep it felt like a lie when it surfaced. The daughter of a CEO, a man I barely knew, whose name changed everything. When that truth hit, it didn't just shatter their smug grins. It cracked open my entire life. This isn't just about their cruelty or my silence. It's about the moment I chose to step out of the shadows, and what I burned down to do it. This story is raw, fierce, and laced with the ache of wanting to be seen, to be enough. It's about the rage of being underestimated and the power of claiming your truth. What happens when the girl they laughed at turns out to hold all the cards? Stay with me to find out, because I didn't just find my voice. I made sure they'd never forget it. The cafeteria's fluorescent lights buzz like a swarm of angry bees, flickering just enough to make my skin crawl. Jessica's voice slices through the noise, sharp and gleeful. "Thrift shop princess, still think you're invisible?" Her words are a blade, and the laughter that follows, high, cruel, relentless, pins me to the linoleum floor. My tray shakes in my hands, tomato soup sloshing, my knuckles bone white. Every eye in the room is a weight, pressing me down, making me smaller. I'm 16, and I've spent years perfecting the art of disappearing. But today, Jessica's found me, and her grin says she's hungry for blood. I bolt for the bathroom, my worn sneakers squeaking, the sound echoing like a confession of my own inadequacy. The mirror is cracked, a spiderweb of flaws, and my reflection, pale, blurry with tears, looks like a ghost who doesn't belong. Grandma's voice whispers in my head, "You're enough, Ellie." But it's a lie today, drowned by the memory of their laughter, the kind that strips you bare and leaves you bleeding. I splash water on my face, cold and sharp, trying to wash away the sting of being nothing. But it clings like damp rot. In the hallway, a janitor leans against his mop, his eyes too old, too knowing, like he's peeling back my skin to see the truth underneath. I brush past, my heart thudding, his gaze a heavy thing that follows me. What does he know? Why does he look at me like I'm a puzzle he's already solved? I shake it off, but it lingers, a splinter in my mind, sharp and unyielding. Back in class, the teacher's voice is a dull hum, but her whisper to another teacher catches me. "Special visitor tomorrow." Her tone is sharp, secretive, like she's guarding something dangerous. My stomach twists. It feels personal, like the universe is aiming at me. I doodle in my notebook, trying to anchor myself, but the lines turn into jagged edges, like the cracks in that bathroom mirror. At home, Grandma's cough is a wet, rattling thing, worse than yesterday. She's all I have, her love fierce but fraying like the quilts she stitches. She hands me a letter, her hands trembling, her eyes wet with something heavier than tears. "It's time, Ellie," she whispers, her voice cracking like old wood. The world tilts, and I feel it, a shift, like the ground's about to split open beneath me. Alone in my room, I tear open the letter, the paper crisp and foreign in my hands. It's from Daniel Carver, a name I don't know, claiming he's my father. His words burn into me. "You're not who you think you are." My hands shake. Anger, fear, and something else, a spark I can't name, flickering in the dark of my chest. I read it again, the letters blurring, each one a question I'm not ready to ask. The janitor's gaze haunts me, those two knowing eyes watching from the shadows of my mind. Who am I, really? The letter feels like a match, ready to ignite something I've kept buried. And why does it feel like someone's already out there, watching, waiting for the flames to catch? The school hallway feels like a trap the moment Daniel Carver steps into it, his suit so sharp it could cut glass, his eyes locking onto mine like he's been hunting me my whole life. My breath catches, snagged on something familiar in his face. Something that twists my gut, like a memory I never had. He's tall, polished, but there's a shadow behind his smile, a flicker of something I don't trust. I'm 16, and I've spent years dodging predators like Jessica, but this man feels like a different kind of danger, one I can't outrun. At lunch, Jessica's voice is a venomous hiss. "What's with the fancy guy, charity case?" Her Crew's laughter is a blade, but today it's sharper, like they sense the ground shifting beneath me. I clench my fists under the table, my nails biting into my palms, wanting to scream back but swallowing it instead. From the principal's office window, Daniel watches, his gaze heavy, unreadable. I feel it like a weight on my chest, pressing harder than Jessica's words. And I wonder what he sees in me. A daughter? Or something else? In a cramped office, Daniel sits across from me, his voice smooth as silk but too practiced, like he's reading a script. "I'm your father, Ellie. I've been searching since your mom died." CEO of Carver Enterprises, he says, but the words feel like a performance, incomplete, like he's hiding the real story behind his teeth. I want to believe him, but there's a crack in his charm, a hesitation that makes my skin prickle. He says Mom's death was a tragedy, but his eyes don't meet mine when he says it. That night, I confront Grandma, her eyes glistening with guilt, her hands twisting the hem of her worn cardigan. "I kept him away to protect you," she says, but her voice is a tangle of old pain, vague and slippery. "Protect me from what?" She won't say, and it cuts deeper than Jessica's insults, this secret she's kept from me my whole life. I'm not just angry, I'm unraveling, and she sees it, but stays silent. Alone in my room, I Google Carver Enterprises, the screen glowing with articles about wealth, power, and a scandal that makes my heart stutter. Carver's wife, death under suspicion. There's a photo of Mom, her face so like mine it's like staring into a ghost. Her smile is bright but strained, like she was carrying a weight too heavy to hold. My chest tightens, my breath shallow, as I scroll through headlines that whisper of betrayal, of secrets buried with her. Daniel's name is everywhere, tied to her in ways that make my stomach churn. I slam my laptop shut, my pulse a wild thing in my throat. Someone's lying. Daniel, Grandma, maybe both. The photo of Mom lingers in my mind, her eyes pleading across time. Who was she running from? What did she know that cost her everything? The room feels smaller, the walls closing in, and I realize I'm not just searching for answers, I'm digging up a truth that might burn me alive. Daniel's office is a glass cage, all sharp edges and cold light, the kind of place that makes you feel like you're trespassing just by breathing. I stand there in my faded jeans, the seams fraying like my nerves, while his employees' whispers slither around me, Their eyes know too much, like they see someone I don't. A girl who doesn't belong in my thrift store skin. Daniel shows me photos of Mom, her smile bright but broken, like she was holding herself together with sheer will. "She left to protect you from my enemies," he says, but his voice catches, a crack in his polished armor. Enemies. The word hangs there, heavy, and I see fear flicker in his eyes, a shadow I can't trust. Back home, Grandma's collapse hits, like a punch. The hospital smells of bleach and despair, her breathing a shallow rasp as she grips my hand. "Don't trust him, Ellie. Not completely," she whispers, her voice a ghost of itself. Her words sink into me, sharp and cold, lodging like a blade between my ribs. I want to scream at her. "Why didn't you tell me? Why am I always the last to know?" But her eyes are so tired, so full of love and guilt, I can't. Instead, I hold her hand, my own trembling, and feel the world I know slipping away. In her attic, I find Mom's journal, hidden under a pile of moth-eaten blankets. Its pages are brittle, filled with her tight, frantic handwriting. "Keep her safe. He can't know." My hands shake as I read, each word a puzzle piece that doesn't fit. Who was she hiding me from? Daniel? Someone else? The journal feels alive, like it's whispering her fear, her desperation, and it's too much. Too much to carry when I'm already breaking. At school, the whispers have shifted. Kids who never saw me before now stare, curious, not cruel. Jessica's rumor about me being Daniel's charity case floats around, but it's weaker now, like she's losing her grip. I catch her watching me, her eyes narrowed, and I wonder if she's jealous or just scared of what I might become. I don't care. Not today. I'm too busy carrying Mom's secrets, Grandma's warnings, and the weight of a father I don't understand. I sit by Grandma's hospital bed. The monitors beep a cruel metronome. Her face is pale, her hands too small in mine, and I clutch Mom's journal like it's a lifeline. Daniel's words, enemies, protection, mix with Grandma's. Warning, and I'm caught in the middle, drowning in questions. Who is he, really? What did Mom know that made her run? The journal's pages burn under my fingers, promising answers but threatening to unravel everything I am. The room feels smaller, the air thicker, as I stare at Grandma's sleeping form. The truth is out there, somewhere in the cracks of this broken mirror I call my life. But every step toward it feels like walking on glass. One wrong move, and I'll bleed. I'm not ready to face what's coming, but I know I can't stop now. Not when Mom's voice is calling me from those pages, begging me to see what she couldn't. Daniel's offer hangs in the air like smoke, thick and choking. A new life, a private school, a shiny escape from my threadbare existence. I don't want your world, I snap, my voice raw, sharper than I mean it to be. I want mine. It's a lie. I don't know what my world is anymore, but it's not his. Not this polished stranger who calls himself my father. His eyes narrow, a flicker of something dark crossing his face, and I feel it, the spark inside me catching, burning hotter. I'm 16, and for the first time, I'm not shrinking. In the school hallway, Jessica's shove is sudden, her nails grazing my arm. "Think you're better than us now?" she hisses, her voice a mix of venom and desperation. I push back, hard, my heart slamming against my ribs. The crowd around us freezes, their whispers dying, and I see it in her eyes. Shock, maybe fear. I've never fought back before, and the silence that follows is mine, a jagged kind of victory. But it's not enough. Her cruelty is a mirror, reflecting every doubt I've carried, and I'm done breaking under it. At the hospital, Grandma's voice is a faint thread, her eyes clouded but fierce. "Your mom ran from his world, Ellie. Something dangerous, she says, each word a labor. Her warning is a cold weight, sinking into me, stirring the questions I'm afraid to ask. What was Mom running from? Daniel's enemies, or Daniel himself? Her hand trembles in mine, and I want to beg her to tell me everything. But she's already slipping back into sleep, leaving me with nothing but fear. School is different now. Eyes follow me, not just Jessica's crew, but teachers too. A math teacher pulls me aside, her voice syrupy with pity, saying Daniel donated a fortune to the school. It's not kindness, it's a leash, and I feel it tightening. That night, when Daniel visits Grandma, I slip into his car, my pulse racing. There's a briefcase, my initials, EC, etched into the leather, locked tight. My fingers itch, my breath shallow. What's he hiding? What does he know about me that I don't? I confront him at his hotel, the city lights glaring through the window like accusations. Tell me about Mom, I demand, my voice steady despite the tremor in my chest. His face hardens, a mask slipping into place. Some things are better left buried, Ellie, he says, his tone a warning, not a comfort. It's not an answer, it's a wall, and I'm slamming against it, my anger a live thing now, clawing to get out. I clutch the briefcase key, stolen, from his coat pocket, my hands shaking as I slip into the night. The key is cold, heavy, a promise of truths I'm not sure I'm ready for. But I can't stop now. Mom's secrets, Grandma's warnings, Daniel's lies, they're all tied, to me, to this thing I'm becoming. The city hums around me, a pulse that matches the fire in my chest. I'm not just Ellie anymore. I'm something dangerous, and I'm ready to burn. The briefcase lock clicks open, a sound like a bone snapping, and inside are papers that make my hands shake. Reports linking Mom's death to Victor Lane, Daniel's old rival. Suspicious circumstances, they say. And the words burn into me, each one a spark feeding the fire in my chest. I'm alone in my room, the house silent except for Grandma's cough echoing down the hall. And I feel it. The truth is close, but it's sharp, and it's going to cut me open before it sets me free. At school, Jessica's crew circles like vultures, but I'm done cowering. You don't know me, I say, my voice steady, cutting through their smirks. You never did. The silence that follows is heavy, electric, and for the first time, I feel power in it, like I'm the one holding the knife. Jessica's eyes widen, her confidence cracking, and I walk away, my heart pounding but my head high. They're not my problem anymore. Not when Mom's secrets are screaming for me to listen. Daniel's call comes late, his voice tight with fury. You're digging where you shouldn't, Ellie, he says, not protective but controlling, like I'm a piece on his chessboard. I hang up, my pulse a wild drum, because he's scared. And that scares me more. He's not just hiding something, he's guarding it. And I'm the threat. I don't know if I'm ready to face what that means, but I can't stop now, not when I'm this close. Mom's journal sits on my bed, its pages worn from my touch. I find a note, Victor's name circled in red ink. He's dangerous. My stomach twists as I Google him. Victor Lane, Daniel's former partner, now a recluse living on the edge of town. His face stares back from an old article, his eyes cold, calculating, like he's already measuring me. The journal's warning feels like Mom's hand on my shoulder, urging me to run, but knowing I won't. Grandma's voice pulls me back, faint from her hospital bed. Victor's why she ran, she whispers, her eyes fluttering shut. Her words are a match, igniting the rage I've kept buried. Mom ran, and she died anyway. I won't let her fear be for nothing. I grab my jacket, my hands steady despite the storm in my chest, and head to Victor's address, a crumbling mansion that looms like a warning. I stand outside, my breath fogging in the cold, the mansion's windows dark but watching. My heart pounds, a rhythm of fear and defiance, as I knock. The sound echoes, final, like a door slamming, on the girl I used to be. This is where the truth lives, and I'm here to claim it, no matter what it costs. The door creaks open, and I step into the dark, knowing I might not come out the same. Victor's door swings open, and his eyes, sharp, hollow, like they've seen too much, pin me in place. "You're her daughter," he says, his voice low, heavy with a grief I don't trust. My skin crawls, but I step inside, the air thick, with dust and secrets. The mansion smells of decay, old wood and regret, and I feel Mom's presence in the shadows, her fear lingering like damp on the walls. Victor's gaze is a blade, cutting through me, and I wonder if I've walked into a trap I can't escape. He sits me down, his hands steady but too careful, like he's handling something fragile or dangerous. "Your mom died because of us," he says, his words slow, deliberate. A power struggle with Daniel, no accident. His regret feels real, but there's a flicker in his eyes, a calculation that makes my stomach churn. I want to believe him, want someone to blame, but his story feels like a half-truth, a puzzle missing pieces. I grip the chair, my nails digging into the wood, trying to anchor myself against the tide of his words. At home, I find Mom's letter tucked in the journal's back cover, her handwriting shaky. "If you're reading this, I failed you, Ellie, but you're stronger than me." The words break me, tears burning my eyes, the first I've let fall in years. Her voice is in every letter, pleading, and I feel her love, her fear, wrapping around me like a ghost. I'm not just her daughter, I'm her unfinished fight. And it's too heavy, too raw to carry alone. Daniel storms into Grandma's house, his face tight with anger. "Stop digging, Ellie," he says, his voice low, almost a growl. His fear is real, sharp, but it's not for me. It's for what I might find. His hand grips my arm, and I pull away, my heart racing, seeing not a father but a man guarding a cage of lies. I'm not his daughter right now. I'm his threat, and that truth burns hotter than anything Jessica ever said. At school, the stares are heavier, no longer cruel but curious, like I'm a puzzle they can't solve. I skip class, hiding in the library, Mom's letter folded in, my pocket. The words, "you're stronger," loop in my mind, but I don't feel strong. I feel like I'm drowning, caught between Victor's grief and Daniel's fear. Their stories clash, jagged edges that don't fit, and I'm stuck in the middle, my hands shaking as I try to piece it together. The library's quiet hum can't silence the noise in my head. Victor's words, Daniel's anger, Mom's letter. They're a knot I can't untangle. Someone's lying and I'm trapped in their web, my heart pounding with the weight of it. The janitor's face flashes in my mind, his knowing eyes from that first day. And I wonder if he's part of this, watching from the shadows. I'm in too deep now, the abyss swallowing me whole, and I don't know if I'll find Mom's truth, or lose myself trying. I confront Daniel in Grandma's living room, Mom's letter clutched in my hand like a weapon. "What did you do to her?" I demand, my voice raw, shaking with a rage I didn't know I had. He admits Mom fled Victor, says he tried to save her, but his eyes are desperate, pleading for belief I can't give. His words are smooth, practiced, but there's a crack in them, a lie I can smell like smoke. I back away, my heart pounding, seeing not a father but a man who's built an empire on secrets, and I'm the one threatening to burn it down. At school, the whispers have teeth now. A kid in the hall mutters, "CEO's kid," and the words choke me, turning me into something I don't recognize. I snap at a teacher who offers help, her pity like acid on my skin. I don't need fixing, I hiss, my anger spilling over, a fire I can't control. I'm changing, hardening, and it scares me. Am I becoming someone Mom wouldn't know? Someone Grandma would fear? The thought claws at me, but I can't stop now, not when the truth is so close. Victor sends me emails from Mom, her words desperate. Leave us alone, Victor. But there's a photo, her and Victor, laughing, his arm around her. My stomach churns, the image a betrayal I can't process. Was she afraid of him, or something else? The emails don't match his story, and I'm drowning in the gaps, each one a question that cuts deeper. I sit in Grandma's attic, her cough echoing below, and read her journal again, each entry a jagged piece of a puzzle I'm terrified to solve. Grandma's breathing is weaker now, her hand cold in mine at the hospital. I read to her, Mom's words filling the sterile air, but it's not enough to keep her here. She's slipping, and I'm losing the only person who ever saw me. I want to scream, to beg her to stay, but I just hold her, my tears silent, my heart breaking under the weight of her love and her secrets. The phone rings late, a burner number, and a voice whispers, "Stop digging or you'll end like her." My heart stops, the room spinning as the words sink in. Someone's watching, someone who knows what I'm chasing. The janitor's face flashes in my mind, those eyes, too knowing, from that first day in the hallway. Is he part of this? A shadow in Daniel's world? Or Victor's? My hands shake as I grip the phone, the threat a match to the fire inside me. I sit in the dark, Mom's letter beside me, the words, "You're stronger," mocking my fear. Daniel's lies, Victor's half-truths, the janitor's gaze. They're all closing in, a web I can't escape. The truth is a flame, burning closer, and I'm not sure if it'll light my way or consume me. But I'm done running. I'm done being the girl who hides. Whatever's coming, I'll face it, even if it means burning everything down. The burner phone call echoes in my head, a cold whisper. Stop digging, or you'll end like her. My hands tremble as I trace it to a dead end, a ghost number that leaves me staring at my bedroom ceiling, heart pounding. Someone's watching, and I'm alone in this, not even telling Grandma, who's fading in her hospital bed. The janitor's face keeps flashing, those eyes, too sharp for a man who sweeps floors. Is he Daniel's pawn, Victor's spy, or something worse? I'm drowning in questions, and the truth feels like a noose tightening around me. Daniel corners, me at home, his offer dripping with promise. Money, power, a life where I'm not the thrift shop girl. His eyes gleam, but it's not love. It's control, a hunger to own me. I'm not yours, I say, my voice cold, steel I didn't know I had. His jaw tightens, and I see it. He's scared of me, of what I might unravel. I walk away, my heart racing, knowing I've crossed a line I can't uncross. At school, I find Jessica alone in the bathroom, her mascara smudged, her armor cracked. "Why do you hate me?" I ask, my voice raw. She chokes out a confession. Her dad's gone. Her life's a mess, but I'm too hollow to care. Her pain doesn't erase mine, and I leave her there, her sobs echoing behind me. I'm not the girl who forgives anymore. I'm the one who fights. And it feels like losing a piece of myself. In Mom's journal, I find a contract, yellowed and heavy with meaning. It ties Daniel and Victor to a deal gone wrong, and there's my name, the heir, scrawled in Mom's handwriting. My blood runs cold, the words a key to a door I'm scared to open. Was I the prize, The threat? The reason she died? The journal feels like a bomb, ticking in my hands, and I'm not sure I can survive the explosion. Victor calls, his voice smooth but sharp. "Meet me alone, Ellie. I'll tell you everything." I agree, knowing it's a risk, my pulse a drumbeat of fear and need. His mansion looms at the edge of town, a rotting husk of wealth, and I walk toward it, my breath shallow. The truth is there, but so is danger, and I'm not sure which will claim me first. The door clicks shut behind me, Victor's smile too calm, like he's already won. The air is thick, the shadows heavy, and my heart screams I've made a mistake. His eyes hold mine, and I see it, a flicker of triumph, not grief. I'm not just Ellie here. I'm the girl who could bring it all down, and he knows it. The room closes in, the truth a blade at my throat, and I realize I'm not ready, but I'm here and there's no turning back. There's no turning back. Victor's voice is a low hum, like a storm gathering strength. "Your mom died to protect a deal," he says, his eyes glinting in the dim light of his rotting mansion. "Me and Daniel, we made millions, but it cost lives. You're the loose end, Ellie." His words are a blade, slicing through the haze of my grief, and I see it now. I'm not just her daughter. I'm the heir who could unravel their empire. My hands shake, gripping the chair, as the truth burns into me, hot and unforgiving. I flee, my heart pounding, and call Daniel from a gas station payphone, my voice raw. "Tell me the truth," I demand, but his answer is a confession wrapped in denial. He knew about the deal, but swears he didn't kill her. His voice cracks, desperate, but it's not enough. His lies are a shadow I can't trust. I hang up, the receiver cold against my palm, and stand in the neon glow, lost between two men who've built their lives on Mom's grave. Grandma wakes in the hospital, her hand weak but fierce in mine. "You're stronger than us," she whispers, her voice a fading echo. I promise her I'll end this, my tears silent, my heart splintering under the weight of her faith. She's slipping away, and I'm losing the only anchor I've ever had. But her words are a spark, urging me to keep going, to burn down the lies that took Mom. In Mom's journal, I find a recording, hidden in the binding, her voice trembling through static. Protect her from them both. It's a knife to my chest, her fear alive in every word, and I'm crying now, not just for her, but for the girl I was, the one who didn't know how to fight. Her voice is a call, a plea across time, and I clutch the tape, knowing it's the key to everything. At school, I'm a ghost again, not invisible but untouchable. Jessica avoids me, her eyes wide with something like fear. But I don't care. The halls feel small, their whispers irrelevant against the weight of Mom's voice in my pocket. I'm not here for them anymore. I'm here for her, for the truth she died for, and I'll tear it out of Daniel's world if I have to. I stand outside his office, the city's pulse thrumming through the glass, the recording heavy in my pocket. The truth is a fire, scorching everything I thought I knew, and I'm ready to face him, to make him answer for what he's done. But as I step toward the door, my heart stutters. This could end it all. Not just his lies, but me, the girl I'm becoming. I'm not sure I'll survive the flames, but I'm done hiding from them. I stand in Daniel's office, the city's lights bleeding through the glass, and play Mom's recording. Her voice, frail but fierce, fills the room. Protect her from them both. Daniel's face crumples, his polished mask shattering. I didn't kill her, he chokes out. But I let Victor walk to save the company. His shame is real, a raw wound, but it's not enough. Not for the years Mom lost, not for the lies that buried her. I stare at him, my father, a stranger, who traded her life for power, and I feel nothing but ash in my chest. I turn the journal and recording over to the police, my hands steady despite the weight. Victor's arrested, his mansion raided, his secrets spilling like blood. Daniel's name is dragged through the headlines, his empire cracking under the truth. I watch it unfold on a diner TV, the sound muted, but I don't feel victory, just a hollow ache where justice should be. The truth was supposed to free me, but it's left me raw, a girl rebuilt from ruins, carrying scars I'll never show. Grandma passes in the night, her hand warm in mine until it isn't. I bury her with Mom's journal, the pages too heavy to keep. But I hold on to her letter, the one that calls me stronger. It's enough to carry forward, a piece of her love stitched into me like one of her quilts. The hospital room feels empty without her, but her voice lingers, whispering I'm enough, even now, when I'm breaking. At school, I walk past Jessica, her crew silent, their eyes averted. She doesn't speak, and I don't need her to. Her cruelty is a ghost now, irrelevant against the fire I've walked through. I'm not the thrift shop girl anymore, not Daniel's heir or Mom's shadow. I'm Ellie, the one who fought, who burned down their lies to find her own truth. The halls feel different, lighter, like I've shed their weight and claimed my own. I start over in a new apartment, Grandma's quilt on my bed, Mom's letter in my pocket. The city hums outside, a rhythm I'm learning to match. I'm not whole, not yet, but I'm not broken either. I'm something new, forged in the flames of their secrets, stronger than they ever thought I could be. The truth cost me everything, but it gave me this, a life that's mine, a fire that won't go out. This wasn't just about their lies or my pain. It was about finding the spark inside me, the one that refused to let me stay invisible. I'm not the girl in the faded jeans anymore. I'm the one who made the world see me, and I'll never let that light dim again. If this story burned, something in you, hit that like button, share your fight in the comments, and subscribe to hear more stories of finding your fire. Have you ever had to burn down lies to find yourself? Tell me. I'm here, listening.